Thank you, Coroner Allman. As Coroner Allman said, in the early morning hours of December 18th, 2022, the Springfield Police Department responded to a 911 call from the residence of Earl Moore Jr. in Springfield. And upon arrival, they quickly identified that Mr. Moore was in medical distress and promptly requested that an EMS team be dispatched to the scene. Following the arrival of EMS, Earl Moore Jr. became the victim of acts which caused his death at the hands of individuals called by police to provide emergency medical care. An investigation into his death was immediately undertaken by the Illinois State Police, Coroner Jim Allman, and forensic pathologist Dr. Scott Denton. Yesterday morning, we received a copy of Dr. Denton's final autopsy report, which outlined the cause and manner of death that Coroner Allman just explained. As a result of the Illinois State Police investigation, which continues, and the final autopsy report received from Dr. Denton, I filed first-degree murder charges against the two EMS personnel who responded to the scene, Peter Cadigan and Peggy Finley. They were arrested yesterday on first-degree murder charges and are currently in custody of the Sangamon County Jail on bond in the amount of $1 million each. They're scheduled to be arraigned in Sangamon County Court this morning at 11 a.m. The charges filed yesterday read as follows, and the charge is substantially the same for both individuals. And it reads that said defendant or one for whose conduct he or she is legally responsible did acts without lawful justification which caused the death of Earl Moore Jr. And that said defendants tightened restraints across Earl Moore Jr.'s back and lower body in the prone position and transported Earl Moore Jr. to St. John's Hospital in Springfield, thereby causing death by positional and compression asphyxia. Knowing, based upon their training, experience, and the surrounding circumstances, that such acts would create a substantial probability of great bodily harm or death in violation of the Criminal Code of the State of Illinois. Potential penalties faced by both defendants include a range of 20 to 60 years in the Department of Corrections. After consultation with the family and community stakeholders, it is in the interest of public transparency to release the Springfield Police Department body camera footage later this afternoon. And that will be done pursuant to discussion and consent of the family. And I would ask not only the media, but members of the public to respect this family's privacy in a time of unspeakable tragedy and mourning as a result of Earl Moore Jr.'s death. Again, we are not able to answer any questions given the pendency of this case and the ongoing investigation, but we wanted to provide the public with as much information today as we can given these developments. So I thank you very much for being here today.
Can you say what ambulance company they work for?
The ambulance company was Lifestar. Thank you. Can't take any other questions at this time, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
First-degree murder, does that speak to intent?